Welcome back to Munchies with Jazz. I'm doing another Heart and Hustle review today. This is season 1, episode 8. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you guys are leaving your channels, your Instagrams, TikToks, whatever. Leave it in the comment section. I would like you and comment. Subscribe to your page as well. Let's all help each other. Alright, so let's get into the review. This is also the final episode, so this is the season finale. So we'll see if they come out with another season or whatever, the case is after this episode. So it opens up with Elena and Josh from their last therapy session. They were opening up about their financial situation where Josh, he tells the therapist that he basically invested some money. He was doing like day trading and he invested some money and it didn't go too good and he wound up losing hundreds and thousands of dollars, and Elena was unaware. She didn't have any idea that he lost any money or anything. So yeah, when she found out, she found out because she wanted to order something for her makeup studio, and then she found out there was money missing and stuff like that. So that's how she became aware of everything. And kind of after that, she kind of wasn't feeling a relationship anymore. That's a pretty big secret to keep from somebody. She feel like he couldn't be trusted, basically. Like, your money, that's a major part of a relationship. So he hid that from her. That broke her trust. So that's understandable. She says the doctor asks, what do they think caused, all of this whole situation. Elena says that she feels like she was the breadwinner for a while, and he kind of felt like he had to step up and be the breadwinner as well, because I don't know. I guess she was making more than him at the time, or whatever the case is. So I guess that's when that situation happened with the day trading. So he said he also helped Elena with her business a lot. Like, he was really invested in helping her with her business and stuff like that. So he didn't really get the breadwinner comment. It kind of bothered him a little bit. And he's saying he still wants the marriage to work. You could tell he feels really bad, and he wants to continue everything and work on everything. But Elena is not. She kind of done with the situation. She doesn't really. You can tell, but it's like a piece of her still has a little hope, and she wants to kind of work things out with him. So the next scene, it goes to them on a girls trip. They went to like a Napa Valley type of vibe. Is I don't know exactly where it was. I guess it's like a winery place with popular for wine and stuff like that. It was nice. It was real peaceful looking. It had like a lot of land and grass and stuff like that, like a vineyard type of vibe. So they get there. Um, Labrina wants the girls to kick back, relax, forget about their troubles for a little while, escape and enjoy themselves. And she seems really cool. She always has really good ideas and stuff set aside for the girls to do. Like, she seems like a really cool friend. So they show Ro, and she says that she's happy to go on the trip. She's been stressed out. She's happy to kind of let go. Elena expresses it's her first girls trip that she's really been on. During her marriage, she didn't really feel like she can go on girls trips and stuff like that. I don't know why. I didn't really get that part. I, I don't think he had a gun and told you not to go to the you know I don't know. I don't think he like forced her to not want to go places. I hope not. But she kind of mentioned like control. She kind of like whispered it, like control. Um, I don't know. I don't know what was up with that. I didn't get that. But she said that was kind of her first girls trip. Since she's been married and stuff like that. And if I'm married, I'm going wherever I want to go. And my husband as well would go wherever he want to go. We just have to talk about stuff. Trust, you have to trust each other, video chat each other, whatever. But I think couples should be able to, spend time with their girlfriends and guy friends and get some time away. I don't think it's anything wrong with it. I didn't get that. But yeah, they doing like a wine tasting type of thing outside. It's like somebody teaching them how to, like, how you swirl the wine in the glass and stuff like that. Teaching them like a little backstory about wine. And Manera says that Elena's energy seemed a little down. It's not really, it's a girls trip. They supposed to be having fun, and Elena is kind of like, she going through something. So we all been there. Latoria is funny. She she was asking about like making wine with your feet and stuff, and I hate feet, so that's disgusting to me. But I do drink wine, so I think about it sometimes when I'm drinking wine. Like, did they really stump on grapes for this? Like, I don't really know. And then red wine got that kind of that taste that I don't know. It got like a taste to it. Wine got kind of like a feet vibe to it. I don't know, that sour taste. I don't know. So it was funny to me that she brought that up. She said that she like the feet and stuff. She got to see what they feet looking like before they crush up the the grapes for the wine. So she said, she was like, oh yeah, I was talking to some guy I knew, and his toes looked like sunflower seeds. I was cracking up. It was funny as hell. So that was funny. Like, they was all kind of laughing and playing about that. It was really funny. So they showed them kind of like outside. They playing cornhole. It's like they had like a little bean bag type of little thing with bean bag in there. It's like bean bag material. You kind of toss it into like this wooden. It's like a wooden, flat wooden platform type of thing, and it has a hole, and you have to get the bean bag into the hole. Basically, you just throwing the trying to aim it right so you can get it in there. And they drink and sit and talk. And Elena apologizes for her low energy, for her not being, in the happiest mood at this time, And she doesn't want to ruin the trip, so she kind of just like laying back, chilling. She not really saying too much in the beginning. Latoria tells Elena like how she liked her experience with her doing her makeup for her Sweet 16 event. She was just saying that she liked how detailed she was and stuff. She was professional, and Latoria was just trying to probably uplift her at that moment, give her some positive feedback or whatever. So that was good. Elena probably needed it at the time. And they was talking about Nico and Chloe. Latoria was saying she was glad that Nico came out and he had a good time, and Chloe had fun, and him meeting Lil Flip and stuff like that. And Latoria think that Nico is talented, like she enjoyed meeting him and stuff like that. And they talk about her announcing her exit from the entertainment industry, the Houston entertainment scene. Labrina says she used to do hair and she understands the struggle of like starting over. Labrina kind of chimed in and was like, I used to do hair. I was struggling. Like, when I started out doing spa stuff, like when she kind of got into the spa industry, she was brand new. She had like kind of a like a cheaper studio space or whatever. So she had to figure some things out. So she know how Latoria is feeling right now. And she wants to tell them to like believe in themselves, believe in what you're doing, and you gotta have that. You gotta have that confidence and belief in yourself, to get things done or whatever. And then Chloe kind of chimes in while Labrina was telling them that. I don't know if they switched scenes or whatever the case was. I don't know. They cut scenes and stuff. Chloe kind of chimed in and was like, oh, Ro, you look so pretty today. Like, which was nice, but it was like, dang, like, Labrina was talking, and then it kind of like, Chloe kind of chimed in. So, I don't know. But yeah, maybe she was just trying to switch gears and lighten up the mood because they supposed to be having fun. But that was a inspiring. She was just trying to inspire Latoria. I didn't see nothing wrong with it. And Rose says she's in her soft girl era right now. She trying to figure some stuff out, relationship wise, career wise, stuff like that. And Chloe just says like she's proud of her and stuff. And they tell Ro that they're happy that she's finding herself and figuring her way out. So Chloe kind of chimes in again once the girls are like kind of talking about Ro. She kind of chimes in again like, let's change the subject. Let's go in and go eat. So they all go in the house and go eat. And they it showed them I guess a little bit later they're getting dressed and stuff. They go outside for a little candlelit dinner that Labrina had set up. It was really nice. She had wine, dessert, a private chef. It was nice. They had little candles on the table and stuff. It was really nice setup, nice scenery. Chloe is instantly attracted to the chef. Like, she started flirting with him right away. Soon as she saw him, oh, do you work out and this and this and this. He was tall. He was like light brown. He was a handsome guy, but he wasn't nobody. I feel like Chloe boyfriend looks more attractive. I think his name is Jordan. I can't remember people's names sometimes on these shows, so I'm sorry. But I think his name is Jordan, Chloe's boyfriend. He's an attractive guy. Like, I didn't get why she was flirting with the chef. Maybe her boyfriend flirt and she flirt. Maybe that's the type of relationship they have. Some people have relationships like that. I don't get it. I wouldn't want my boyfriend or, if I was a man, I wouldn't want my girlfriend doing that. But everybody, that's their relationship. It don't matter what I want. So, but I didn't get that. I was like, your boyfriend looked better. So maybe she was just, some girls just like to flirt. And she said she's not married. She do what she want to do. Elena was like, well, ain't y'all building something? Like you and Jordan, ain't y'all kind of like building a relationship? I don't understand why you flirting. And then she was like, well, I feel like you attacking. Like, leave it alone. Go heal. Like, I don't know if she said it to her, but she said it in like the confessional. She was like, oh, go heal to Elena. I was like, damn. So they move on to the next scene. Elena, they talk about Elena and Josh at the therapy session, and she opens up about the money situation to the girls because they didn't know about it. So she opens up to them about it, and she says she doesn't trust him. And at first she was it seemed like she didn't really want to say anything about it, like open up completely about what exactly happened. And Chloe was kind of like questioning her, like, oh, was it strippers or was he gambling? What was the issue with the money? So then she said he was day trading, and she went into more details about it and stuff like that, bad investments. So they go to the girls' comments and stuff. Ro, like, his ass would have been out the house after he did that. And I understand that, because how can you trust somebody, so, that does something like that. But couples, they talk, they had conversations we don't even know about, so it's, it is what it is. But, friends going to give their opinion. Whether you want it or not, a friend going to give their opinion. So, Elena says she's not in love with Josh. The group is not. They're not really shocked by it. We all know that. Y'all sleeping in separate bedrooms and stuff like that. Y'all not really, vibing. And it's been a while, so obviously. Manera says that Elena kind of been having like a dark cloud over her, dealing with the divorce situation, and her energy has been a little dark. And she wants to be there, but it's a little hard to be there for Elena because of her energy and stuff like that. And the dark cloud comment really rubbed Elena the wrong way. She doesn't like that. She feels like that's negative to say about a friend. And she could have worded it different, I guess, and it would have made Elena feel a little bit better. But I don't know. I guess Elena, I don't think when Manera said it, she was saying it to be like an asshole. Like, she was just saying it to, like, to talk to a friend. You know how some friends keep it real with you and they going to tell you exactly how they feel. I think she was doing that. I don't think she was doing it from like a bad place, like she was being negative or nothing like that. I really don't think so. But friends take things a certain way, sometimes when you don't mean it. And I think Elena took things personal, when she said that. So they was kind of saying, like, if you that unhappy, you need to leave. And Ro chimed in too as well. She said, sometimes I feel like I can't really talk to you about stuff because of the situation with your marriage and stuff like that. I can't really tell you how I feel because it's like you on a defense mode. So Elena kind of like don't really want to hear what nobody got to say, kind of like, it's not like that, but that's how it's coming across to the girl. So they just telling her, they just trying to open her eyes and tell her like how she coming across to them. So the next scene, they in the kitchen the next morning. Elena, like, I don't want to talk about Josh. I'm glad it's the next day. We ready to move on. Manera came in. She funny. She go in the fridge, or she grabs like her apple juice, and she was like, "Who drank my apple juice?" Acting like E from Barbershop. because Latoria was making fun of her, asking her like, "Oh, I hope you're not drinking apple juice. Oh, you look 11 and you look young and you cutesy and all that," and that irritated Manera, and Latoria and her kind of went back and forth about it in the past, but they laughing about it now, so that was good. Latoria was like, "It wasn't me. Like I didn't touch your apple juice," so that was cute. That was funny that they moved on from that. Elena wanted to know what was everybody's most impactful part of the trip so far. Like, what's y'all favorite part? So, Latoria says the opening up is beautiful. She mentions Elena. She likes how open everybody is and stuff like that. Elena in a dark cloud thing, she kind of mentions that, and then Elena was like, "Well, I didn't say I had a dark cloud," and Manera said, "Well, I said it." I said it. She stepped up and said that she brought it up. It wasn't really on Elena, but really Latoria was just saying, she was kind of chiming in on that. She wasn't saying that um that Elena said that about herself. She was just saying the situation, the dark cloud comment, and with Elena. She was just liking that Elena opened up basically. And um Elena asks, why does Manera say that? Like, why do you think that? And Manera feels like Elena needs like constant checking in. Like, some friends can go a week without talking. Some friends talk every day. Manera's not the type of friend that you can call every single day, vent to, talk about stuff. She got 3 kids, a husband, her mom living, they all home, she doing her content. She probably busy. She probably don't have the capacity for that type of friendship right now. And Elena, that's kind of more what Elena needs. She needs a friend that she can go to and talk to. Everybody need that sometimes. There's nothing wrong with it. She going through something. We all go through stuff and need a friend to talk to. So it's okay. It's normal. So uh let me see. Elena feels Manera can't really be the friend that she wants, and stuff like that. And they get kind of tense between them. They kind of go back and forth. Um, she says, Elena says that Manera really wasn't there through the whole process. She was there, but she wasn't there. Basically, she could have done more. And Manera feels like she's done everything she can do. She's been there during Elena's father's death. Manera was there for her. She was supporting her and stuff like that. And Manera mentioned something about her losing 7 people in her family. And she was still kind of being there for Elena and didn't really make it about her. She made it kind of about Elena. And she didn't really, I don't know if she didn't tell Elena about it or if she told Elena about it later or if Elena didn't know. I don't know. But that was crazy. Like, I didn't know that happened to Manera. That was sad to hear that she lost so many family members. And they didn't, she was just saying they didn't really talk about it, Manera's situation. And she says she just feels negative energy when it comes to Elena. So let me see. They basically feel like Manera feels like it's one-sided. Like, a friendship is a two-way street. If I sit and listen to you, you should sit and listen to me, vice versa. So and they could just tell that that Elena's going through something right now, so it is what it is. Labrina getting a little frustrated because she planned that trip for everybody to kind of enjoy themselves, and now it's turning into them two kind of beefing a little bit, so she didn't like that. That was frustrating for her. And that comment bothered Elena. It is what it is. It bothered her. So it shows Manera outside, kind of like taking some videos and stuff, like just outside of the scenery, I guess. And then Elena comes out and talks to her, and she says she doesn't. She's disappointed. Manera says that, and she doesn't understand how Elena says she's not a true friend. And then Elena kind of was like, "Well, I love you, and stuff like that." And she like, "Well, how do you love me? How do you say I'm not a true friend and you don't really know my heart and stuff like that, but you telling me you love me?" So that kind of confused her. And Elena says a friend would watch their words. They wouldn't just say I'm a dark cloud, like I have a dark cloud. Like, Elena really just didn't like that. But I really don't think when Manera said that she meant it to be such a bad thing. I don't think she meant it that way. So Elena says the comment was hurtful and it was negative, and Manera doesn't mean it, you know. These cows start like grazing towards them, like they all kind of, them two are like just standing in the, you know, in like a field, grassy field type of thing, and then it's like all of these cows just start like surrounding them, so they kind of look around like, what the hell, like what's going on? So that was funny, like they kind of like broke the ice between them a little bit, and they kind of just like said that they loved each other and hugged it out, so that was cute, like they was able to make peace. And they go to the girls inside the house and they talking about snoring and stuff, like some of them snore when they was sleeping and all that, so that was funny. And then it goes to Labrina. She kind of starts giving the girls some roses and flowers and stuff. Each girl gets a different color for each meaning, you know, that Labrina feels that pertains to them. So they start off with her giving Manera some white flowers for peace, because she was fighting for peace for a while, you know, for with her mom and her husband and her household, you know, stuff like that. Just having peace in her life and unity, and you know, her being more vulnerable and stuff like that. So she gave that to her for I think she said it meant peace, the white flower. She gave that to her for that. So that was nice. Labrina is really thoughtful. I like a lot of things that Labrina does for the friend group. It's like she's really thoughtful and she seems like a good friend. Seems really cool to be around. I hope they make another season of this show. It was really nice. This scene was nice. That it was refreshing. They wasn't arguing. They wasn't fighting. They was giving each other their flowers while they're still here. You don't see that a lot on reality TV. So that's something that I really love about this show. So if it is another season, hopefully it is, I will definitely be watching, because I really like the women on this show. They're really sweet and thoughtful, and it's refreshing. They have their issues and they move on, and even if they do have an issue, they can still coexist without pulling each other hair out and doing a bunch of crazy shit. So I really like that. So the next mix of flowers she gives, it's like a colorful little mix. It's really pretty. They look like roses, most of them. I don't know if she gave all of them roses, but it was nice. She gave them all different colors. She gave a mix of flowers to Elena for owning her new beginning. She gives Latoria orange. Orange is my favorite color, so that was cute. She said that represents her confidence being on 1,000. She likes that she's taking a new career path. She's always confident in herself. She was kind of tearing up when she was telling her she was feeling, you know, feeling for her about her father and stuff like that. She admires her being so strong and stuff like that. So that was nice. Labrina gives Chloe yellow flowers for forgiveness, for her to forgive herself, and you know, for those things that she blamed herself for with Nico. Like, you know, as a parent, we always could do better. It's always something we blame ourselves that we done wrong, or that we could have done sooner, or you know, whatever the case is. As moms and dads, you know, we make mistakes, so you got to have that grace on yourself. You know, your child taken care of, they healthy, you can, you know, they not getting beat or hurt or anything like that, then hey, you doing your job. So I feel like parents need to get themselves, you know, they shouldn't be so hard on themselves, because I'm the same. I'm like that with myself too. I'm hard on myself as a mom. So I understand Chloe with that aspect. So that was good that Labrina noticed that and, you know, gave her some flowers. Ro got red flowers. It symbolized love. She likes that Ro is loving herself more. She's putting herself first more. She's putting more love into her, pouring more love into herself. So she thought that was a good color for Ro, and they kind of hug and tear up because she just admiring Ro, all the changes that Ro is making, and that was really nice. Ro is my favorite, so I wish Ro the best with her career, everything, all of the girls. So she hugs all of them and they all thank her. And then it was nice. Latoria noticed, you know, Labrina didn't have any flowers because she was giving them all to the girls. So she was saying, as the host, she feel like they need to pour into her as well. So she said all of the girls should individually take one flower and pass it down and give it to Labrina and just say nice things about her. And they were all saying positive things about Labrina, encouraging her and stuff like that. It was really nice. They were just telling her to, you know, love yourself, be encouraged, you know, stuff like that. It was sweet. I love seeing all of them have like positive feedback on each other and stuff like that. And they were all tearing up. It was beautiful to see. So it ends that part, and it kind of shows like each girl, and it gives like updates on each girl. So it says that Labrina has expanded her escape spot, and she's now starting to do a Pilates studio too. So she's getting a bigger spot. She got a Pilates studio coming out. Her and her husband, they're upgrading their 5-acre ranch to a 50-acre ranch. So that was really good to hear. I was glad to hear that. And that her son Pop moved in full time. So I was glad to hear that, because I know that's what they really wanted. And Latoria, she decided to step away from Rain, the restaurant, for a little while, and she's exploring adoption options. She still doesn't have like a husband or a boyfriend or anything yet, but she's, you know, she's willing to, you know, date and, you know, see what happens and stuff like that. So that's good for her. Manera is still doing her influencing, and she's going to therapy to work more on her vulnerability and stuff like that. Her and Elena is cool, but it's still a little on the rocks a little bit. So we'll see how that play out, hopefully on the next season. Ro ended her on and off again relationship with her basketball player boyfriend, so that's good. It seemed like it wasn't going well for her anyway. It seemed like that's the best thing to do, so I was glad to hear that. She's still doing consulting for high-end restaurants and stuff, and she's embracing being a little more softer, like not being so hard, and you know, being showing her emotions a little more and stuff like that. So that was good for her. Elena Makeup Lounge is doing good, and it says that she's doing good in that area, but her marriage was not. It says that Josh has moved out, and it kind of ended with that. So I guess we'll see. Hopefully it picks up for another season, and we can pick up where we left off with all of the girls. It seemed like everything worked out the way it was supposed to. They made the choices they were supposed to make. Elena and Josh didn't seem like they were going to a good path anyway. Ro and her relationship didn't seem like it was benefiting her in a positive way. Labrina, Latoria, she feels like her career path needed to change. Hey, go for it. So this was inspiring to see all of the women kind of take little leaps of faith and do different things that I'm pretty sure they're scared to start. They're fearful to start, but they're going for it. So I really like this show. This was a good show. I wish it was longer. It was only 8 episodes, and it's over already. So yeah, so that was it for that. So I guess this the end of this show. So I'll do another Love After Lockup when Love After Lockup come back out, and that'll be my next one. And like I said before, make sure you guys are like, commenting, subscribing to my page. Leave your pages in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this show. Would you like to see a season 2? Would you like to see another show like in another city? I would like to see another city. That would be cool, with another group of women. Maybe they can make a Heart and Hustle somewhere else, in Miami or New York or anywhere, somewhere else, somewhere cool. It was somewhere far away from here, you know. So I would be interested in seeing some more Heart and Hustle. I thought that was a good show. And yeah, but make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to leave your pages in the comments, and I will follow you back. I'll like and subscribe on your page as well. Let's all just support each other. It's free to hit the like button, so I'm just reminding y'all to just hit the like button and the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. I would like some feedback too. Talk to me about the show. Talk to me about how you feel about the girls, the situations and stuff like that, and let me know. So I will be back with the Love and Lockup review, and I'll see you guys in my next food video or my next review video. So make sure you guys are checking out my cooking videos as well. Have a good day, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you in the next video.